Hello everyone, on the 15th of February we are going to have a new moon which is going to be in the zodiac sign of Aquarius. This new moon which we are going to have on the 15th of February is going to be very significant, it's going to be very powerful, and again it's going to be very important because it's going to reflect on every single one of us in a really amazing and powerful ways. Aquarius as a sign, Aquarius is a very powerful, very ambitious, very energetic. Aquarius is a very specific sign, and especially when it comes to the actual moving on from a square number 1 to square number 2. For example, Aquarius are very powerful because they have got this amazing ability to actually make really fast decisions, make really quick decisions, and in many cases certain signs would be maybe struggling with certain situations, or certain signs would maybe need slightly longer time to kind of come up with some kind of problem, come up with some kind of solution to the problem and things like that. But when it comes to Aquarius, this is when they're so wonderful because they're not only very fast thinkers, very fast decision makers. It's not only about that, it's just about the fact that they have got this amazing power, amazing ability to actually think of a solution to the problem, the right solution to the problem. Now this is where Aquarius are different. This is where Aquarius are so powerful. This is where these particular signs are so significant. On another hand, they're able just to move on, they're able to move on with their life, and sometimes when people just need certain signs need sometimes, Aquarius is just able to do it like there is no tomorrow, and this is their secret power. On another hand, Aquariuses are born empathic. They're like an empathic signs, which means that there is a very strong connection in between Aquarius and in between being very spiritual, in between being very psychic. Aquarius are basically born psychic, and Aquarius, whether Aquarius people understand this or not, sometimes people are not meant to understand. It all depends, but most of the time Aquariuses are able to sense people, to sense things. Their intuition is very powerful and very strong indeed. There are some other signs of the zodiacs that actually have got like a really powerful and strong intuition as well, like for example Virgo, Scorpio, Pisces. These are all signs with a very strong intuition and psychic abilities indeed, but Aquarius of course is one of them. On another hand, Aquarius is ruled by two planets. Aquarius is ruled by Saturn and Uranus. Now both Saturn and Uranus are very powerful indeed, because Saturn is all about concentration and being original, being inventive, where on another hand Uranus, it's all about freedom, revolution, power, energy, like intuition and things like that. Now when we combine these two energies, when we put these two energies together, this is what is actually going to reflect on us when it comes 15th of February 2018, because together with the new moon, why this new moon is going to be so significant, why this new moon is going to be so powerful, why this new moon is going to be so different. Well, every single new moon, basically new moons are perfect time to start new things. New moon are perfect times to like start new things, for the new beginnings, new businesses, maybe if you want to start something new for the first time and things like that. This is what the new moons are absolutely perfect for, because what it happens if you start something on a new moon, you see, then let's say you start a business, then your business is just going to grow. You started on a new moon, it's just that let's say you started on a new moon, and basically you're just as the moon goes by, as the time goes by, as the moon is changing, this is how your business is changing, this is how your business is growing, and everything is just so much more enhanced if you are able to use this energy of a new moon, if you are able to harvest this energy of a new moon, if you are smart while you're using this energy of a new moon. And for example, of course there's a powerful energy on a full moon as well, but it's a completely different energy. But if it's something to do with the starts, new beginnings and things like that, then new moons are absolutely mind-blowing. And especially when it comes to Aquarius, this is going to be different, this is going to be powerful, and we are going to feel very energetic, and we are going to feel very, very ambitious indeed. And especially because the new moon is actually going to be in the sign of Aquarius, which means, my goodness, now 15th of September, just take it this way. This is going to be the day, this is going to be the time when you can actually set your New Year initiative, New Year resolution. Now, I know exactly that New Year is gone and we had New Year already, blah, blah, blah. Some of you had made a New Year resolution, some of you didn't. Even if you did, and even if you didn't, if you would like to make another like a resolution, New Year wish, resolution and things like that, New Year initiatives. Now the 15th of February is going to be very significant, because this is going to be the absolutely perfect time, and especially if you didn't make any New Year resolutions, or if you would like to make a new resolutions for the whole year of 2018. This is why this day is so important, because 15th of February is going to be the time when it's just basically, think about it, about planting a seed. And I mentioned this before, like for example, if you try to start something on any other day, at any other time, okay, the most powerful time is not only on the 15th of February, but it's 3 days before, on the actual day, and 3 days later. This is when this energy is very powerful, this is when this energy is very enhanced, and this is when you should be starting new things. Of course, the most powerful energy is going to be on the actual 15th, but the energy is enhanced 3 days before, on the actual days, and 3 days after. The same with the full moon, 3 days before, on the actual day, and 3 days after. This is when the energies are going to be really enhanced. So let's say that if you start something new like on a normal day, and you start something new like a new business, let's say on the 15th of February, well, what would happen like sometimes later, you know, like about 1 year later, you see, you would just kind of realize that if you started your business, or if you had some really important start and some other time, your business wouldn't do as great as if you would start it, like let's say on the 15th of February. And this is because you will work with the moon, you will have as this beautiful like a new moon energy, and as the moon is growing, your business is growing. And this is why this is so important. And it's not only about the business, and it's not only about the finances, this is also connected to the really big decisions that we are going to actually make. There are really big decisions that we're actually going to make, and we're going to be focusing a lot on things that are just getting on our nerves, and on things that are no longer serving us. We are going to be very much connecting with our subconscious mind, because again, this is what Aquarius is all about. Aquarius is a very, very deep indeed. They're very deep, and this is exactly, they're very much in touch with their own intuition. They're very powerful, as I already said, like that. They're quite psychic signs themselves. Their third psychic eye is very enhanced, and this is why we will be in touch with our own subconscious mind. This is why we will also feel deep on the 15th of February, quite deep, and we will have a wish. We will want to reconnect with ourselves, reconnect with our subconscious mind. We will want to dig into it, dig deep. We will want to dig deep, and for once and for all, to kind of act on something that it's been part of our life a long time, and it didn't work. It was bringing us down, it was making us negative. We were just hoping like, oh, it's gonna work, it's gonna work, it's gonna work. You try and try and try, and this is why this is going to be so significant, because it will want us to pinpoint that particular thing, which is like a part of our subconscious mind, but without us even realizing, something that has been bringing us down, something that has been making us really unhappy, and something that we know if we kind of go go for it, if we go towards that direction, that it's going to be really hard, and the certain things are going to kind of have to go. So this is the new moon. This is also going to be the time of realization and seeing what's making us unhappy and which kind of things we need to let go, and so we can just allow the new energy to come in, you see. And also what else is going to be quite significant and what else is going to be quite important is that this new moon on the 15th of February 2018, this new moon in Aquarius, is going to be absolutely important. This is one of the most important thing, is to release what is holding you back. It's very, very important to realize what is holding us back and what is holding you back, and to release it. And especially when we do this in such an important time of a new moon in Aquarius, when we are all like intuitive, we are very powerful, we are very deep, we are very spiritual. It's basically, we are just giving a chance to the universe to basically rejuvenate ourselves, but also to, this is all to basically kind of to receive more. So we have to release what is holding us back in order to receive even more. And this is when this interesting realization is going to happen. This is when this interesting realization is going to be going through our minds, that the problem that we thought that was really big, it's actually not that big. The problem that was making us negative and that was making us a little bit nervous and a little bit scared and a little bit paranoid to go for it, that this is not as bad. All as we needed to do to just to adjust ourselves a little bit and just look at the things from a slightly different perspective. And that's all what you needed to do, because this energy of Aquarius is going to make us feel very confident, very powerful, very like go for it. So for the things that you were like kind of a little bit like felt like a little bit nervous before, now at around this new moon, this is going to be absolutely perfect, because it's just all going to change. Very important for those of you that are looking for work, very important for those of you that are looking for jobs, because this is the time of positivity, and this is the time of like when you're gonna have this particular energy around you. You may not even feel it as such, but whatever you do and whatever you start at around this new moon, and if you, for example, if you are going to like for some kind of job interview or something like that, I can tell you this is what's so interesting about Aquarius energy and new moon in Aquarius, because you may not even feel like, oh yeah, all energetic and all that, but it's just basically whatever you do, whatever you start, as soon as you get into that energy, as soon as you put your mind towards, as soon as you direct your mind towards it just a little bit, and this is what the Aquarius energy does, it just takes you on, takes you over, takes you over, takes you over. So for example, if you go and talk to someone really important, for example, if you go to some kind of like a job interview, or if you're going to go for some kind of chat that is really important and you feel really nervous, just don't even think about it. Just say first few words, and then you're just gonna realize you're just gonna be floating, and this is because you're above all, you're above that energy, and you're harnessing this amazing Aquarius energy, which is re-energizing you and energizing you at the same time without you even realizing, and this is absolutely amazing. And on another hand, for those of you that have been like suffering from really long illnesses and things like that, this is especially for those of you with the really long illnesses that you didn't see any improvements. You see, this is going to be an important time, because that is going to come to an end, that you are going to see an improvement. And finally, those of you that have been suffering from like a low immune system, like for example, like lots of colds that didn't want to go away, lots of coughing and things like that, now that should start feeling better. That should start feeling better, and that's absolutely brilliant. And also, there is the situation that is going to arise, and this situation is going to be very significant. I see a number 11, as in numerology, number 11 is all about you getting your power back, you getting your strength back, you getting all the energy back and things like that, and you finally are going to get a picture about certain things about your life, what you're going to do throughout the year 2018. But this is only going to come to you at around this amazing new moon in Aquarius, which is going to of course happen on the 15th of February. Now number 11 is also a very important number because there is a surprise that you are going to have as well. It's also connected to the surprise, and that surprise, it's also going to come out of the blue, and it is going to be kind of something to do with like either success, either something materialistic, or something to do with the money, or you're gonna hear some kind of really positive progress. On another hand, what else you can expect at around the time of this new moon is what else you can expect is for an unusual signs. Aquarius new moon or new moon in Aquarius, it's all about unusual signs, all about the different signs. So we are going to be in touch with ourselves, but because Aquarius is like so ambitious, they're so powerful, they always surprise us, they like to surprise people, and that's what we are going to be prone to, seeing the messages that are going to be slightly different. You know, maybe sometimes you would see like 5 birds flying, and then you would know that that means something to you. It all depends. Maybe that's unusual to you, or maybe you just look at some kind of candle and think, oh my god, you maybe see like a little angel behind it. Maybe that's unusual, or maybe that's usual to you. It all depends. We're all different spirits, we're all on different spiritual journeys, so it all depends how far your spirit has progressed and what type of messages you're going to receive. However, expect to receive a little signs and little messages that you're going to receive in a slightly different way to you what you would normally receive, and this is going to be very significant, and it's going to be very interesting, and it's also going to make us feel very playful. It's a playful energy that is going to be around us at that time, which means that we're also going to be full of ideas. We're also going to be full of energy. We're going to be thinking about our future quite a lot, and we are going to be analyzing our personal situation quite a lot, and also a big new beginning, a really good beginning, happy new beginning. You know, after the storm there is a sun, after the rain there is a sun. Really nice, beautiful beginning I'm seeing here. Lots of happiness. The big problem is coming to an end, and I think that's absolutely brilliant. And also when it comes to like a work, when it comes to career, this is a brilliant time when a lot is going to be happening, and certain decisions are also going to be made. These decisions are going to be quite significant. These decisions are going to be quite important, and something that we wanted to do in a really long time again, something that we were focusing on to do in a really long time again. And this is what I think it's absolutely brilliant time to start anything new or to make any new decisions. Okay, and what else I was going to recommend, I highly recommend to get something like a Moldavite. You see, Moldavite, I think that this is going to be something that is going to be quite significant for all of us to wear, not only at the time of this particular new moon in Aquarius, but also in you know, in general, to wear something like this is going to be quite significant, and especially the time when the new moons are starting, and especially the time when we are starting something new. Because what Moldavite is very beautiful, it's very rare, and it's very significant. It's a very special little crystal, and I will tell you why this Moldavite is very special little crystal. Is because on one hand it has got this amazing ability to protect you against all sorts of negative energies, negative people, negative thoughts, but it has got a very gentle way of protecting us, not like a black tourmaline, which is amazingly powerful, or like a black obsidian, which is also very powerful, or hematite, very powerful. But what Moldavite does is basically it's a very gentle energy. So basically sometimes people can be very sensitive maybe to certain crystals and things like that, certain vibrations. So this Moldavite is absolutely brilliant because on one hand it's a very special and it's very powerful when it comes to actually personal vibration, where it's very gentle, and it has got a very special way of like deterring like any negative thoughts and any negative energies, any negative feelings that could be projected on us, whether intentionally or not intentionally. On another hand, what else Moldavite does when things are happening, when we are making big decisions, when we are starting big decisions, when we are thinking big, when we are thinking about the whole year ahead, this is all going to be really enhanced. Us thinking about our future, us thinking about what we're going to do next, us thinking about our finances. We're going to be analyzing all this when we are under Aquarius. Indeed. And what Moldavite is going to do, Moldavite has got this possibility to actually attract wealth, attract money. It helps us to make the best possible decision. It helps us to understand our subconscious self. But on another hand, it has got this possibility to attract wealth, money, wealth, money, and any kind of anything to do with career success, or anything to do with some kind of success that we are hoping for, that we are projecting towards, that we are thinking about, that we are focusing on. Okay, and you can get a gold moldavite on my website, and this comes with a sterling silver setting and a sterling silver chain. Okay, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium.